that's all gone a bit squiffy. So the gift that is COVID keeps on giving, and it has now taken out Robin. We were meant to go on the Train of Light tonight, as I mentioned yesterday. We've booked it over a month ago. We're really excited. It's Robin's mate, it's Robin's present, it's our family present to each other. Alan tested positive this morning again, so we knew he wasn't going to come. So we arranged to take Grandma instead. Then I thought he had a bit of a runny nose. I thought I'm just going to, as a precaution, tickle his nose. Bearing in mind when the ambulance was called for him last week, they didn't test him, hospital didn't test him, didn't tell us we needed to test him, and he's been fine. He's not had any symptoms. You wouldn't think there was anything, apart from obviously that attack of croup at the weekend, and he's been absolutely fine. So anyway, I tested Robin and he's come back with a very faint line. It's a positive. So we are not going on the Train of Light. I rang the train company and I explained the situation, and they have very, very sweetly allowed us to swap our tickets for the 30th of December. So I'm hoping that we will all be well and hale and hearty, and we can go and have a lovely post-Christmas treat, which actually will be really nice and something to really look forward to. So Vlogmas is taking yet another turn. I'm feeling quite sad at the moment. I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed. I think it happens to a lot of people this time of year. I think everyone probably has at least a moment during the run up to Christmas where they're feeling like this, a little bit lost, a little bit overwhelmed. From personal perspective, I ordered my daughter's flowers yesterday. I rang the florist that we have always used and asked for an arrangement that we have had before that I knew was within my budget. The cost of flowers has shot through the roof. We know everything's gone up. The price of bread has doubled, everything. Nothing has escaped this price rise and cost of production increases. But the same arrangement is almost treble the amount that it was when I bought it a couple of years ago. And the florist was so lovely, because I had to rethink what we wanted for her and kind of rethink on my feet essentially, which threw me a little bit. But the florist actually remembered doing Lara's flowers from before, and so she taught me through some options, and she's creating something very, very special for her, which is wonderful. And it's fine, it just means that we need to maybe save up for her birthday, put some money aside, and the same for next Christmas, because obviously you think what goes up must come down. It ain't gonna come down, is it? You know, when have the prices of anything fallen ever? This is where we are now, and this is where we shall be. Whether or not people's income rises for it, whether or not the government does tax cuts, I don't know. But anyway, this is where we are. So there was that. And then there's the fatigue, worry about Alan, worry about Robin, and also when I went to Sainsbury's this morning, the lady at the checkout did that thing that we all do to each other, and I think we must all pledge not to do it to each other, which is to ask if I was ready for Christmas, which threw me into a complete tiz. No, I'm not ready. I've got no idea what I need to do to be ready. To be fair, we're only having my brothers-in-law over on Christmas Eve. I'm doing a kind of anti-Christmas dinner sort of thing. I love Christmas food, but I felt like something a bit lighter and fresher might be fun. So I need to decide on the menu for that. So what I'm going to do to try and get myself out of this funk, I feel much better now we've managed to get the tickets for the 30th, because I was really, really upset about that. I'm going to spend some time with my journal, and we're now looking at the next stage of getting ready for Christmas. Watching some Vlogmases and possibly doing some knitting, just to... I often feel guilty when I sit and take time to do something, but anything is possible, and making time to make things is really important. I've got a video, it's one of my most popular videos on this channel, thousands of views, which is really impressive. Making time to make things. I'll link it here and down below. Ways in which I try and do that, and I think it's really important. I think the term self-care is chucked about a little bit much these days and possibly has lost its impact and meaning, but you can't pour from an empty cup, and if you're feeling depleted, then actually you need to take care of yourself as well. It's a little bit like putting your own oxygen mask on before putting your kids on. I know that to be the best version of me, to be the best mum I can be, the best wife I can be, the best friend I can be, I need to get myself out of this headspace. So I'm gonna give myself permission to sit and make for a little bit while Robin's asleep, and then we will deal with tonight when it comes, and I will bring you along for some making, which will probably be in the form of montage that'll follow shortly. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Good evening. I found a really good place to balance you. There's a little nook between the cupboard the boiler's in, which is on, by the way, actually, so you may well be able to hear it, and the other cupboard. So we have not gone to the Train of Light. Robin has COVID, and what I thought we'd do instead is, because the whole point of Vlogmas is about, you know, sharing preparations, vlogging preparations in the run up to Christmas, and one of my preparations is going to be making chutney. I'm making 2 chutneys this Christmas, one of which I've made many times before, and one of which I have never made before, so it's going to be a bit of an experience. I will put my recipe on screen for the one I've made many times, and I will link the recipe I will link the recipe below. Now it's quite late, it's gone 8 o'clock and I'm only just starting this. So what I'm just doing now is cleaning the kitchen from dinner. So I've pre-rinsed a lot of stuff stuck in the dishwasher. Not everything will fit in the dishwasher, so I finished washing those bits up and I'm now drying them up, ready to put them away so that I can wash and dry the jars, because the jars need sterilising as well while I'm making these chutneys. I'm going to start with the plum chutney because I'm most excited about that because it's brand new, and it does say it takes 40 minutes to kind of percolate, so I'm going to be sat in here for 40 odd minutes. I'm going to go upstairs and get the laptop so I can watch Vlogmases down here, as obviously I need to use my camera occasionally, which is my phone, because I ain't a posh vlogger, so I don't have posh equipment, but we make the best with what we've got. Robin's in bed, I'm all clean and tidy. I'm just going to wash up the bottles for the chutney, grab my tripod, get this off the this lot off the thing because I've got no memory, and then get started. What I will say is the lighting is going to possibly look quite grainy on screen tonight. I've not got fantastic lighting in the kitchen. I am not finding a setting up my studio lights. This isn't a professional level podcast, not that my podcast is pretty professional anyway, but it's a vlog. It's just life, and I'm inviting you to come along with me should you so desire. Hopefully this new chutney will go a bit better than some of my other culinary adventures or misadventures so far this year.
I see the candles come as the year gone by. All thrive for perfection now, and consumption so high. I know it's cold outside, but give me your hand so I can show you what love is. Dear Christmas, I want you so, but I don't need the presents, just wishing for snow and some company by those that I hold close. 'cause you're here. I know it's cold outside, but give me your hand so I can show you what love is. Dear Christmas, I want you so. I don't need the presents, just wishing for snow and some company by those that I hold close. So Christmas, no need to be perfect, just don't wanna be here alone. I don't wanna be here alone.
Hello, time for some Christmas tree chat to wind up the vlog. I hope you enjoyed that little montage. I feel really good. I've ended the day on a really happy note. Crafting wise, it's been an absolute disaster. I didn't touch my needles until when I was taking Magnus out for a walk at nap time. So I cast on the second sock of the Winwick Mum Spring Greens colourway for Robin for his box of socks, to complete his box of socks, because I had that yarn handy. Anyway, I cast it on. When I got home, I didn't really do much because Magnus was really nervous. When I got home, I dropped a stitch and it was the long tail cast on, so I could not pick it up again. So I had to rip it out and cast it on again. And then the next time I cast it on, I popped it on the side in the kitchen, not realising that someone had spilt hot chocolate powder onto the counter. And so I dumped my knitting and quite a lot of the yarn into hot chocolate. So I had to break the yarn and cast on again. So I've done a couple of rows of that. I gave it up as a bad job. And then the chutney that I bought the ingredients for, I then had a look online at the recipe, and I happened to scroll down to see the comments. And the reason I scrolled down to see the comments was because I was unsure whether I should take the skin off of the plums or not. And what I found in the comments was absolutely awful reviews of this chutney about how bad it is and how much of a nightmare it was to work. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, so I gave that up for a bad job. I had to try and find another chutney recipe that had positive reviews and things. And I found one, which I will link below, and this is the recipe I more or less used. And it was so beautifully written. It really made me feel like I could achieve it. And it had the same number of plums as I just chopped up. So I was like, brilliant, that's fine, we'll go with that. And actually it's been a really pleasant hour and a bit. It did take a lot longer than it said on the recipe, but I don't think I had the heat quite right initially. I'm still getting used to my hob. And I think when people say, oh, a medium hot, it means different things to different people. I figure you can always go higher. You can't uncook something once you've cooked it. But it was great. It was so much simpler than the other recipe as well. And it had a really cool test to see if it was ready. I usually do the wrinkle test, put a little bit on a spoon, pop the spoon in the fridge and push my finger into it after about 5 minutes. But this said have a little bowl of cold water beside it and just drop a drop from a spoon into the bowl. And if it kind of then it's not ready. But if it holds its shape, then it is. And so I gave it a go. And yeah, the kitchen smelled lovely. I spent the entire time watching Vlogmases. I've caught up on, I'm on day 8 of So Sweet Samuel, who is my aunt. She's one I fell behind on. To be honest, I fell behind because whenever I wanted to put Vlogmases on, it was nap time or late at night. And her dog Milo barks quite a lot. And that sets my dog off and upsets him. He doesn't always woof or growl in response, but it winds him right up and it wakes the baby up. So so I have to be careful when I watch it. But I figure in the kitchen, when I'm right next to it, would be good. And so I've binge watched the last 8 days because although she's my aunt and we're family and we talk, I still like to see her and I like to watch what she's been up to and watch what she's been making. So yes, I'm on day 8 now of that. and the kitchen smells Christmassy and it's clean because I've kept on top of it, and it was just, I just feel better. There's something about making, and it doesn't have to be knitting or crochet. For me, I just love making in general. It makes me feel so good, and I've got so many more interests than just knitting and crocheting and yarn, and it's really nice to be able to explore some of those and explore them with you as well, and I hope you enjoy it. Now obviously we won't know how well these chutneys work out until people open them. But from the little taste that I've had, I really liked it. I didn't put pepper in, although did this one call for pepper? I don't think this one did actually. The other one, the disastrous one, called for pepper, but I never put pepper in anything because I'm allergic and I just think it's unnecessary. I did omit the cloves because cloves are quite a strong taste and I was feeling nervous, but actually I really enjoyed it. My one little sad thing is that I only got 2 jars out of it, 2 8-ounce jars. So I've got some more plums anyway. I might try and make some more another night to just top it up, because I would like to be able to give people more than one flavoured chutney. Oh, I don't want them to choose, because then if they all choose one and no one wants the one that's left, and you know what I mean. Yeah, so I got 2 8-ounce jars out of it. They're bigger jars than I usually use for these. I ordered them on Amazon. But they've come with these really sweet little black labels that I'm going to write with chalk pen, which will look really cute. I'm really excited about it. So yeah, that's it for tonight. I was working on my habitation throughout. I'm adding in colour, I believe 17. You can see it's fading into kind of the paler greens, and we're headed into the more autumnal tones, the more oranges and golds next. So my plan for tonight is to try and edit this, or at least get everything on the computer, and then I will yeah, try and knit that colour in. I've got work tomorrow 9 till 3, so I want to try and get lots done before I go to work, try and get it edited and up for you. So yeah, a kind of disappointing sucky day has actually turned out quite all right. Hurrah for the magic of making. Hope you've had a lovely Friday, and I'll see you soon.
This one, Robin.
Up top.
This one.
Up top.
Whoa!
Who's that?
Wow.
Is who? Who do you think it is, Robin?
It is. It's Carloe, I think.
It's slowly.
Scarloe. I think he said Stanley.
No, he said slowly. Sally. Scarloe.
Scarloe. Wow.
Okay, hero.
That is Hero. Well done.
Scarloe, and he's all frozen.
Oh, hang on. There we go. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. You're helping Daddy squeeze it out. Quick, quick. Oh, he's not letting you go. Pull harder.
Pull.
Oh, pull.
Pull.
Now pull the coin.
Pull.
Oh, you did it.
Open it.
Where'd you go?
Blessing.
Present. There it is. Wow. Come on then, bud. And sit down. You don't need your slippers on now, do you? Wait, here we go. You're going to help Daddy pull. Pull. Pull on both ends and go. Ready? You got them both. Go. You did it.
I did it.
You did do it. Whoa! The Emperor's new clothes. Wow! What a good book. Shall we go read it straight away?